Hey guys, welcome back to Autocorrect Primer, and today we're going to be talking about Transformers. That's right, Transformers, and I am very, very excited. I'm home. I'm in a little bit of pain. I have a an injury that I have sustained. Leave it to me, being accident prone. Um, couldn't really be helped, but I'm hoping this is going to hold. We've got a thunderstorm, so I was like, well, I haven't done this in a while. I'm home. I can't get my Xbox is slowly starting to get better. Getting ready. We're working on getting me back into the sound studio part of the house, so you'll get to see all that set up. Hopefully, within the next 2 weeks or so. Well, 3 weeks, because we plan to have a little bit of a vacation, the family and all of us. So, it's going to be an open conversation to talk about Transformers. I'm going to show off some of my favorite Transformers that have come out in the last 3 years. So, we're going to take a look at those and discuss them. So, let me know what you think. So, let me go ahead and get this bad boy going. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. And try to make sure I get that out there for everyone. So, yes, I hope y'all are doing well. So Transformers brings us together. I gotta be honest, I agree with that. I think it does. I think a lot of times we forget. Sometimes as collectors, um, sometimes we kind of like we get into the mindset of wanting to get the figure, and then when we get the figure, we don't like fully embrace it in a way. I mean, if we do a review, yes, we do, but where we're actually going to go back and relook at it. I know some people in their collection, they have it, these awesome displays. Hope to have the same thing when I'm finished working on all the stuff that I've been doing. But I have the beautiful displays, but very seldom do we go back and just grab one and pull it off the shelf. I was watching TF Angie trying to get caught up on his, and you know, uh, and he was pulling some of the figures off, and I was like, that's pretty cool. He shows off some of the figures he got. I'm very happy he got the one that let's see, I can't remember his name now, but it's the police car. My brain just had a mind fart. I can't believe my mind had a mind fart. But Transformers is something that I think there's something for anyone in Transformers. You got like for my wife, who is a Beast Wars love. She loves Beast Wars, loves all the Beast characters. That's one of the things that we're still getting from the Legacy line is we're trying to get all the creatures and animals and the insects for that. But at the same time, we sat there. Let me move this a little bit. There we go. So we sat there and we're like, what line, because there's so many lines you can buy from, and one of the things that you can get is kind of like wrapped up and trying to be a completist, where you try and get every single thing you can possibly get your hands on. And I get it. I get that. I think that's the cool thing sometimes, to try and get everything. I used to be a completist. I used to sit there and go, I want to get every single thing I can get my hands on. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to get all of them. Have them all in my collection. Kind of like Pokemon. I was playing Pokemon with my card. Was talking about Pokemon with my card, and I was like, you got to catch them all. It kind of feels the same way whenever you're sitting there and you're looking for the Transformers, because there's so many lines out there. There's so many good figures out there. There's also some very horrible figures that's out there, but overall, the lines are good. So the first thing I thought I would do is show off the new RC. I kind of not going to be a completist when it comes to the Legacy line. I thought about doing that, but there's a lot of things with some of there's some that are really good coming out from that line, and then there's some things that's like, for me, it's kind of like, it's an easy pass. It's an easy pass. But one thing about me, I love my fembots, and I love RC. So I had to finally get the Bumblebee version. I will show off the one I think, to me, other than my masterpiece, is an awesome figure is this RC here. We'll see how it is when I cut that light off behind me. You stand right there, RC. I'm just going to see how if it gets too dark in here because I haven't got used to this type of lighting. Probably shouldn't use this type of lighting. Who knows? Who knows? Let's just do that. Let's just blind everybody with the light right now. There we go. There we go. Nope, can't do that. So I'm gonna move it around. There we go. Now that's just too much on me. There we go. So, well, look at me just messing my lighting. I should have just left it alone. There you go. I'll just put you back right there. I just think he would laugh at me. There we go. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? It's going to look like I have a halo now. I should not have messed with the lighting at all. But hey, if a caveman doesn't destroy technology, I'm not being a caveman. I'm not living up to my potential as a caveman. Oh, just forget it. You just go over there. So here is RC. This is from the Studio Series 86 line, which I am absolutely loving. It's the 86 line. We're going to take a look at the figures that I have so far. I definitely will have to get out shout outs to the ones that have helped me get these figures because not being able to get out and do stuff, I've been very lucky that they found it for me so I could send them. But did find this girl off Amazon, so I figured I'd do the unboxing live. Haven't made up my mind if I'm going to transform her yet. But let's just go ahead and pull her out of her box. Let me know how do you feel about? Hey, Jay, Legacy has actually been pretty good. I haven't experienced any real QC issues. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Because other than Nikki getting the animals and the insects, I really haven't got a lot of stuff from the Legacy line, but I have been getting like full throttle on the 86 line Legacy. Loving it. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, man? There's a link. Also, anybody's welcome to jump in and join the talk. But yeah, I'm doing an unboxing right now where I'm trying to get this. How do y'all feel about the open window like this, or not even a window at all? You have it with just as a box itself. It's just in the box art. I mean, with Hasbro doing that, do y'all like that? Me, I don't know. I'm still on the fence when it comes to their boxes. I haven't had a problem pieces being missing. So I'm glad about that. But man, they got her in here good. There we go. Here we go. Finally, yes. Let's get you, my beautiful girl. Let's get you. There you go. Oh wow, she is really nice looking, But it's interesting. She's got there we go. It was like she's got a lose. It's got tab in. Okay, so yeah, Minnesota's coming along. Yes, I do too. I'm hoping to be able to. That's another one that I was trying to make my mind up that I want to get him as a combiner. I was waiting to see how he was going to come out. And I gotta say, he looks awesome. So my goal is to get Motor Master next because I got some of the other ones already. But yeah, here's the two newest RCs that has come out so far. She's very much like the Masterpiece. If you have the Masterpiece RC, she is very much, and the transformation and everything with her is pretty much spot on with that. You also get two weapons, which I think is pretty cool that she comes with. So she could be a bad button. Sit there, put the little guns in her hands. Absolutely. And then, bam, thank you, ma'am. She is all geared up. Now she's got a booty. I was like looking at her legs. It's like, girl, you got some thick legs right there. That's nice. That's real nice. I like it. It does a full split too. Let's see. I think that's as far as the knee bends though. But I mean, to me, wow. What time are you streaming now? Um, Actually, this is the first one I've been able to do in a while. I'm hoping to try and make Sunday nights to be the time that I do one, or like now tonight. That's so that Baby Mahal can also be a part of it. So my goal is to try and do at least every Sunday or at least every Monday is what my plan is. What my plan is. Um, so there we go. So yeah, and let me make sure I put this out there so anybody wants to jump in, you're more than welcome to discuss. So I wanted to show off um, some of the things that I've gotten so far. And it's really, really awesome because I feel like Hasbro is finally giving my G1 love, giving it a lot of love right now, especially um, with the 86 line. I just, it to me, seeing these figures come out each time I get one, each time one comes into my collection, I am absolutely, I'm just completely, absolutely in love with them. So finally got my own SharkyCon. That's right, because my wife she loves SharkyCon. Thanks to Ninja Bill, she actually has a G1 SharkyCon that she got from him. That was really sweet of him. I appreciate that. But yeah, with her little Bumblebee and her SharkyCons, she's got it right there. So I got this one. This is from the 86 line. I actually like it. You did have one, I think, that came out with a Titans Return, which I got that one. Both of them to me are good figures, really good figures. But this one right here, I think, just takes it all with everything in the arms that move and everything. This figure just gets knocked out of the park for me as being one of the best SharkyCons that Hasbro's brought out for us. I really do dig it. A figure that I didn't know I was going to be able to find or get, because where I was and being not under the weather and dealing with things with family, please, if you don't mind, prayers for my aunt. She was diagnosed with cancer, and so my wife's been really good keeping up with it. Plus, we're taking care of Nikki's cat that has been sick, but he is doing a lot better, surprising the vet and everything. But this is the guy I thought I wasn't going to be able to find or get, to be honest. And thanks to Billy the Kid, no bullshit reviews, thanks to him finding this guy for me, I actually have him in my collection. I'm hoping to be able to do a review on him. I have not done one yet, but have been playing around with him. I thought that the hole in the back right there was going to really bother me, and there may be a third party thing come out that I haven't seen yet, because I am so behind on Transformers and all the stuff. But I probably find something that can fill in that hole right there. I think that's the only thing I think they were really lazy on, is they should have had like a little flap that came down, flip his head in, and then let the flap go back. I think that would have been absolutely perfect for him. But he does have a nice little ratchet, if you want to hear it. And that's with this here, which is nice. The only problem is that it's not like his the Titan. It's not like this one. Still love this one, and I got my car one, but you got it where this moves in and out. They actually gave movement to it right here. That's the one thing they did not do for the Studio Series 86 line. But I do still think these are some of the two greatest figures in my collection, because I just love Perceptor. I've always have. Kid, I got my G1 Perceptor in my office. So, and my wife loves Perceptor, so that was so that when she saw it in my collection when we were dating, it was like, oh, this is the woman I need to be with. She loves Transformers and Ninja Turtles and all that. So, getting back to it, I've just been very surprised at the love that we're getting so much for the 86 characters. the figures that are coming out. Now, I have not, and probably won't be getting um, the other one that doesn't have the battle damage. It's coming out for the Legacy line. I saw it, saw people have it, and I was like, it's cool that they fixed the issues with the arms and the shoulders. But I'm happy with my Kingdom Galvatron. I really am. So to me, he just looks dynamic. I love that. I love him. Plus, I get the chair, and I put him where he's sitting right down in that chair, like the king he should be. He just took it from Starscream. Came with Starscream. But yeah. Yes. I agree. I agree. I love. And then you got him where he's sitting in his throne right there, which is a lot of fun. And that brings me to the coronation Starscream. Yes, this was exactly a reuse, and that's something I was wanting to talk about too. Is how do you feel about Hasbro reusing older molds and just bringing them back out and having them as a character? I'm fine with. For me, I'm fine with it, and here's the reason why. Um, you want characters that's going to be good and look good in your collection, and if this will help keep costs down per se, I know they're not really all down, but if this helps bring the cost to stay a little bit cheaper for them to just reissue this, because that's exactly what the coronation is a Earthrise, just repainted with the proper colors from the '86 movie, but it's everything of the actual Starscream from the Kingdom. And I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with it. I like the fact that they did a little bit of tweaks to it, but I love the colors on this one. This is for me is the perfect Starscream in my collection right now. Just love the way he looks, and just him having the cape and going, "Hey, I'm gonna take over the world," so to speak, and then gets obliterated by Galvatron. The other thing too is like a friend of mine was like, "Hey, that's the same model, that's the same figure, but it's just different colors." And I was like, "I know, I've never been able to find me a second one of these yet, of the swoops, but uh, I do love, and I'm fine with it. And I know the camera's not showing it really well, but like I was telling him, I said, well, that's the whole thing about Transformers is that you have the same molds, but different characters because it's a different type of paint that they are. So I got these two. I need to find me another one of him, so I can have my 3 or 4, if you will. But I just think that they've done really well with the '86 line, and also the fact that you're not having a lot of gaps. That was the thing I was concerned about. Were we going to have hollow points? And not. I mean, overall, yes, we've had some, like I was pointing out here, but other than that, they've been really, really well made. I am curious if they're going to re-release him. Cyclonus, if they're going to release him again in this mold for the Earthrise. I don't know if what you would have to do to change him. He probably would. I mean, I don't think there'd be like a paint job or anything. Um, but they would have to do to him. They could just reissue him just like this if they wanted to. And I think this is a absolutely, absolutely perfect. So Legacy is re-releasing the cone heads. Oh, no, you just made my day. That is the ones that I missed in the Earthrise Kingdom. I got all the other Seekers, and man, I gotta say, I will definitely be hunting those bad boys down. I will be hunting them down like a rabid dog then, because I've been wanting a really cool cone head, and I love the mold they use for the Starscream and Skywarp and Thundercracker. I really is. We're just here to say, hey man, I'm busy editing some videos. Thank you very much. Yes, Nikki's actually resting right now. Taking it easy. We've been back and forth with taking care of her kitty. Um, I do think that this guy here is one of the best jazzes we've ever gotten. I know a lot of people have had issues about the numbers and stuff like that. I'm okay with it. I just think that he is an absolute awesome mold. I really do. And I know this piece here is supposed to fold up and go under, um, like so. Let me go ahead and, but I leave mine down because I don't want it to have a huge backpack, and I can make it go flat, and that's fine with me. No big deal. 2023, awesome, awesome. Keep an eye on our boy. Yes, yeah, they're actually taking a nap right now. So Chopper's doing better. He's doing better. The vet was surprised. Um, I had to give it to the Lord. That was a lot of prayer from everybody, and the good wishes and prayer that her baby boy Jumper, who is her um, help kitty, her so he goes with her everywhere. For him to get sick, it was very detrimental. And then the vet telling us what we were going to have to do, but she allowed us to bring him home, and a lot of prayer, staying up with him, and then he started peeing, and that was like what we needed. So he's getting stronger and better. So I am. Thank you, Jesus, for that one. Honestly, um, I know. Here's the cup from the '86 line, and I gotta say, I think this is one of the better cups that we have gotten from Hasbro. I think there's a lot of love that's gone into it. I do love the white piping in the back of the head. Kind of wish they would have done that for all of them. I do love the fact he has that double jointed elbow, nice knee bend. I also like the fact that if you want to have his parts come off and see, recreate those scenes if you wanted to in from the movie. Did you guys ever get to play with the? Yes, we did. We did. We one time. Yeah, we actually still have that out in my office. Uh, and she loves, absolutely loves it. So it's not even been put up with any of the other board games that we have. It still sits out. Hoping to be able to get Tom to go back and pull it out. They're a really cool game of with the zombies and trying to survive with life. So yeah. Other figure I got, I did. Nikki did find me a replacement for this guy, calls Rekar. Nikki got me this guy, and somehow we haven't figured out yet how he fell off the stand that he was in. But apparently he fell off, and so her baby boy just chewed the snot, out of it. Just absolutely. So Nikki saw it, and she's like, "Oh no, that's Retgar, and that's Derek's Retgar." I love the fact that he also, with the transformation, has that out crunch. I just love that little extra that they're given. So she immediately went to eBay and and uh, and bought me one. I haven't taken him out of even the box yet because I was like, well, it's okay. Right now I'm the only one that's gonna see it. But she also went out of her way to make sure that when she did get the other one, she also got me this guy. So I was surprised. She surprised me with, "Don't be upset. Chomper did what Chomper does. He chomped down on the corner of your Transformer. But I got your replacement coming in, and I got this one here for you." And I was like, "Girl, you are so sweet. You didn't even have to do all that, but she did. She did. She was like, yeah, my boy chewed up at my husband's 86 line. So we've made it where they should not be able to get to them, but just love it. I love the detail they're given to them. I hope we get more of these guys, more of the Junkicons. I would love to junk up my collection with the Junkicons. I really would. I would really dig it. Dig it. That was the possibility for that to come. But like I was saying, there's just so much love that's been given so far to the 86 line. I mean, like, I take a look at this blur. I even got the Shatterglass blur. I just had to have it because I love blur and I love this model of blur. And I was like, I got to have that one, and I've got to get the other one I just saw. Saw they were coming out with another with the same mold, just a little bit more retooling. I think it's the IDW version of blur, and I was like, I'm on it. I'm on it like Donkey Kong. Got to. It just, and I let the fact, if you really, look, you can see how they took the time to make sure if you wanted to put him in different poses and moves and stuff like that, and with the ankle tiltage and, stuff that you're like, and the foot goes that way, you know that there was love in the engineering when they came up with these characters for the 86 line. And you know that with that they are absolutely great figures to have in your collection. Um, I know a lot of people had issues with the fact that he was a price of a Voyager. I have not got Rodimus yet. That's just been a little bit out of my price range. The Buzzworthy Cup is better. Yes, I've seen where it's solid. It doesn't have the translucent. I wish I could find that one. I've not seen that one at my Target. And but yeah, I heard that way, and also the blur is that way too. Um, I know a lot of people had issues with the pricing of him, but him being a Voyager and all those extra pieces. But I think he's one of the best hot rods that we have, and I hope to get Rodimus in my collection too, to be the counterpart to Galvatron. But yeah, he is just, to me, he's just a beauty. He's it's hot rod. I mean, any way you look at it, that's hot rod. And I have a masterpiece hot rod, and I gotta be honest with you, this is it's the same thing with the RC, and I'm fine with that too. Is that the RC and him both are kind of use the same engineering as the masterpiece, and I'm a okay with that because you know it's a good it's a good mold. It's just a good transformation. A lot of fun in that. Um, I did find Spike, so finally got him. So we finally found him. I hope to do a review on him soon. So yeah, Rodimus is fantastic. Yes, every time I see a review or see pictures of it, I go, "Oh my god, he looks so good. He looks so good." So yeah, I definitely want to try and get him in my collection. But right there, well, right now we got cat kitty bills. I do like the fact they did a nice little nod that if you wanted his head to turn inside the glass, they actually give you a little button, a little lever back here, and if you look, you can see how he's turning his head. And then if you want to, you can have this part turn, so you get more out of it. And he's got the little thrusters on the back. I thought it was a nice little touch, nice little $10 figure, and a lot of fun to have him. I mean, it's better than you know when you have this guy here and that whatever plastic that they added. I do love the fact that we're getting the Dinobots and that we're getting them um, in a leader class mold. I like that. I'm definitely going to get the new. Um, definitely going to get me the new. Here's man, my brain's not working. Willie, definitely because I mean, yeah, I've got him up here, but he's like a waste of plastic, like the other one. He tabs in pretty good, but he's just a waste of plastic for me. I was fine with the pricing. Couldn't find Spike, but did find Willie. See, and that's why I found Spike and I haven't found Willie. So, yeah, I hope to. And I also saw, if I wasn't mistaken, for the core class, they're going to have a Ratchet. It's going to come out for the core class. So I know Ninja Bill's going to be all over that. But I think this to me is the best that we've gotten from Hasbro for a real Grimlock. Nikki was nice enough to let me borrow her Grimlock for the stream. But then when you take a look, you get characters like this, and I wish I could brought out the Quintesson Judge, but he is up in the studio room, and we have things that's in the way right now because we were taking care of Chomper. So that's kind of been our little medical room right now. It's why I've been out doing, when you see me doing reviews or doing things, you see me out here instead of the studio. But I love the fact that we're getting all these from the 86 line, and least but not last, this guy did come in. I have not transformed him, believe it or not, yet. When he came, I got him right at the same time Chomper got sick, and now we're paying Chomper's medical bill, which is worth it. But yeah, cats don't have insurance, but yeah. I just love them. I just think that each one that comes out, I'm excited about even more and more. And he's got some heft. I mean, they all do. They all got some nice little heft to them. But out of these, he feels the heaviest so far. I saw Ratchet, but passed on him. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm thinking about, like Nikki was saying, the only thing I have a problem with is that these things fall off so easy. They don't stay tabbed or placed in, but I probably could fix that with something later. Nikki asked if we would get all the core class, so she's wanting to try and pick up every one of the core class figures. And so far, she's done really good. I mean, she's already got. Let me see what she's got over there. She's got both the Shockwaves. She's got Optimus. She's got Hot Rod. The two, I guess, fossilizers. The two Megatrons, the G2 and the regular Megatron, and Starscream and Skywarp. I think she might have all of them. But she's also got I see where she put my Rat Trout now. She put it with her core class figures. That's something. But yeah, I dig the fact, and they're fun, and they're nice transformations and good plastic. I'm like, this is awesome. And I'm not upset about them being $10, but yeah. And show off one more thing, and this is the thing that I was going to also talk about in the stream. Is this? Nikki found me Dinobot when I had COVID, and I just love that head sculpt. I just absolutely love that head sculpt. I don't know if you know this, but Ollie's has got Kingdom figures for sale. I saw their sales paper came in yesterday, and says that they've got Kingdom figures, deluxe class Kingdom figures, in I think like $10 or $20 a piece. So yeah. Now I want to talk about this for a second. Now this is the Buzzworthy line, and I also got Pterosaur. He's up there. I should have brought him also down. How do you feel about them reissuing the figures? Jay Hollow was one to just let me know that you could see by my excitement when I found out they're going to be bringing back the cone heads, and I'll finally be able to get my chance to get my hands on the cone heads. As a collector, are you okay with them reusing same molds and just putting them out with the different lines? I mean, by the way, I moved my Twitch stream to YouTube now, doing some and others. I'm going to stream Transformers games soon. Sweet. Yes. Yes, I'll have to definitely make sure I got your YouTube channel then. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitch or anything in a while. I was playing PUBG. with some of the guys, but my Xbox this is kapooty on me, and I had to get it. I had to work to get it fixed. So hopefully, I've been timid. I got it Saturday to do something, and I've been so terrified to like plug it up and be like, it still don't work. But I'm, it is what it is at the moment. So, but yeah, what do you think? Damn it! Wow, PS4 pub is fine. Yes, it is. It is. You. Oh God. Oh wait. PlayStation 4. Damn. Hmm. Yeah. Uh, What do you think? That's something we should talk about. We should do a stream where we talk about the new consoles that are supposed to be coming out, and is is PlayStation going to be able to hold up with a PlayStation 5? Because they're already in talks about a PlayStation 6, and I'm like, you haven't even got the PlayStation 5 in everybody's hands yet. It's still, can't be found or sold out, and you're already talking about it. This, doing another console. I'm like, I don't know. Might want to hold off. Hasbro has been doing that for almost 40 years now. Yes, they have. They have crossover. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're cross. I don't know if maybe they might be. I don't know. I don't know if PUBG is like Fortnite and different platforms. Yeah, Hasbro's been doing it for 40 years, and they have, and I think that's the thing that I love is that now we're getting figures this caliber. I mean, these are for me absolutely no, but to be honest with you, the PlayStation 4 Pro is still real good. Ah, sweet. A friend of mine has the PlayStation 4. I probably have to ask him to let me see how his PlayStation 4 is because he loves his. Um, but no, I was looking and I was like, with Hasbro reusing molds and from the different lines, I'm fine with it. Honestly, I mean, uh, Legacy is really showing us, I think, the future that Hasbro has in mind for Transformers. Um, I think that there a lot of the complaints has always been is that availability, trying to find um, the figures that you want that will fit, in our minds the way it looked like on the screen. And there's characters and figures that a lot of people have not been able to get their hands on due to the fact that availability, them being exclusives in some ways being exclusives, in other ways, um, scalpers grab and hold off them, and I don't mind people making money off of stuff. I think that's the great thing about capitalism. But I do wish there was a way for availability for us to be able to get to the figures a little bit easier than the way we have in the past because it's been extremely difficult to be able to find um, figures like the Coneheads, finding figures that are these exclusives. I did see that Hasbro was now going to start some of the ones that are exclusive are going to sell them also online. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, wait a second, hold up now. So you're going to start doing that? So I was like, okay, that's cool. That's something that I think we needed to have done is so that if you can go online before it sells out online, you at least got an opportunity. Is what I'm trying to say, an opportunity to get your hands on the figure that is exclusive to Walgreens or to Walmart or Big Bad Toy Store or any of those others that's out there that they have that are um, available online. I do like the fact they do that, and I'm glad they do it now because it makes it where getting out and about is sometimes a little bit more difficult, but ordering online and having them come in that way, I think is awesome. I just think that I want to make sure that that with Hasbro reusing the molds, I want to make sure that they stay with the quality that they've been given to us about the figures. I know a lot of people have been talking about how the figures are smaller, and yes, this RC Studio Series, she's tiny. She is tiny, but she's got a lot of good detail on her. A lot of good detail, and I can already look at her and say I like this one better than the Legacy one because she looks like she's going to be easy transformation, and I don't have to worry about anything coming off of her and to form her into her vehicle mode. But I do think she's a beautiful figure. I love the way this looks. Um, and I don't mind figures being reused or molds being reused. I think it'll be better. I think I wouldn't even mind seeing some of the Studio Series figures showing up in the Legacy line. You know, some of the obscure Legacy Studio Series that have come out, such as some of the '86 line, be reissued or re-released, such as the Dinobots. I know that for some reason this bad boy here was a hard figure to come by, and if you're wanting to find him now, you gotta pay so much to get him. I was very surprised at how much this guy's going for. And I don't know if that's because availability was so hard for him to get him. I don't know, but he has a hefty price tag on him right now, especially if you go to Amazon. I mean, Amazon, or even go to um, eBay. eBay. So, and I love the fact that each of the figures are so colorful now. I mean, they're like they just pop off the screen, just like bam. They look so good, so good. Um, Legacy has surprised me though. Legacy surprised me with the fact that I've seen a lot of figures being re-released with new characters, and Nikki goes, "Oh my god, that means I got to get more animals," and so that's what's been a hard thing for her with the Legacy line, is making sure she gets all those. But let me see if I can pull up Legacy real quick. Yeah, let's see. Trying to see. I do think it's interesting that there's not any cartoon or something that's come out with this line like they have done more recently with the lines than not. Let's see here. Here we go. Now this is a figure. I want to share this screen real quick. So go to share. Now this is one that I'm really like. San Diego exclusive. We got another, and that was the thing too. Alpha Trion, and I know TFA Geek is like me. You have Alpha Trion come out. You don't have to have Transform, but they do have being a retool of this guy right here, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Now the Orion Packs, I'm curious, and I'm hoping that these figures here will be released in the upcoming Legacy line, more availability. Like I would love to get my hands on Cosmo. Love to get my hands on Cosmo. But I think he's kind of like Perceptor here for the '86 line. He's one of those figures that I might not have. I can't hold my breath. I'll be able to find it or get it. But I do wish I had Cosmo. I do like the fact that. Thank you, Billy, for that. But yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty cool change. Your title, it says begins instead. Does it really? Oh my god, it does. Thank you. I asked. That's how my brain's been. Let me fix that. Lord have mercy. A banner. Let's take that down. Let's edit it. Let's just do this. Dojo. There we go. Lord have mercy. Half of them going to be sent over the channel. Thank you. But I do hope that we get, even if they do a repaint or something. And I know that Orion Packs has the cup mold, but I think it looks good. I mean, I like the cup mold, so I was like, that's fine by me. I just want you to release this where it'll actually be and where we can all get those figures. But as you can see, you got a lot of like this right here. I would have thought that we would have had this bad boy come out and have him where he's got, where he transforms, and I just look at that and I'm like, gosh, notice that is awesome. That's better. Thank you. Just a beautiful figure, and I hope we get more of these from Hasbro. I really do. I was on the fence about this, and I was also more of a retool of the other way, but crankcase just looks good. I know it's a heavy retool, but I think that's fine. That's fine with a heavy retool. I think if it's going to help with a cost efficient, like his mold. I mean, if you really look at it and and really start to break it down, and I haven't seen a lot of stuff on him yet, but I mean, if you take it down, you'll see that it's absolutely the same. It looks like it's the same mold that you got for Jazz 86 line. But if they get us more characters that look like this, I'm a-okay with it. Absolutely for knockout, it'll be a-okay. Do have to say I love the way this Elita 1 looks. Nikki's already said, and she's like, we're going to have to get 2 of these. And I was like, well, why is that? She's like, oh, you're going to want it in robot mode. And she's like, and I'm going to want it in his vehicle mode. And she looks beautiful. I think this is a beautiful Elita 1. That's exactly a retool of Jazz. So it is. I was thinking it looked like it. I hadn't had a chance to really, but when I was looking at him, I was like, that he looks so much like those Jazz when I saw the pictures. But yeah, Nikki was like, we're about to get 2 of these, and I was like, we are. She's like, yeah, because I know you're gonna want her in the robot mode. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, and I'm gonna want her in the vehicle mode. And I was like, really? But the vehicle mode, if you look at it, it's just really kind of cute. I can see why Nikki is like all about the vehicle mode. I mean, I wish there was a better picture where you get the top of it. Let me see. There we go. It's a cute little vehicle. I like that. I like it. It works. Just got all the way to deluxe figures. Sweet. Congrats. I have. We have not yet. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping some of my pre-orders that I have will finally come out. Now this guy here is a character that I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about this figure. I actually have it pre-ordered from 2 different companies to make sure that I could get this one for Nikki. Rear end is a little cleaner than Jazz though. Oh, okay. So they tweaked it and fixed that part of it. Okay, that's good. That was always a little bit more of an issue that I had. That's why I just ended up just leaving it straight down instead of untabbing it and moving it under. Good. but yeah, I got this pre-ordered at two different companies. It's my favorite wave two. I got him pre-ordered for Nikki also. Uh, I just saw that this guy's mouth opens, and I was like, "What? No way!" I was like, "No." I was like, and he just looks. Inferno just looks menacing. I just love the designs that you kind of see that they went with in creating him and the weapon, and he just looks dynamic. I mean, hey, look at that. He just looks beautiful. And I was like, I got it. This is what I definitely got to get. And Tarantulas also, I just have to get him too. I'm curious if they're going to release release any of the other ones that came from the Earth Rods or Kingdom, excuse me, any of the characters from Kingdom. If they're going to relist those back into um, repackage them. That's what I'm trying to say. Repackage some of the ones from the Kingdom line. Target is later down wave two. Good to know. Good to know because I have to go into town and go by there. Awesome. Then I definitely know where my money is going to be. I'm waiting. I'm supposed to. I'm still waiting on one of the figures that I ordered. Gosh, can't remember his name right now. My brain's not working. He's white with the bright. He's G2. I can't think of his name right now. Let's see if I can find him real quick. Let's see. Let's see down here. Yes, here's well. You know what? While we're talking about him, let's go ahead and show him off. I am excited about this one here. That just looks awesome. And have him next to Black Arachna. That's just gonna be, man. And if the Target's already got these bad boys out, then I know where we're definitely gonna be going. It's Target to get those calls. That one definitely know that Nikki is going to want. And I like the fact that just like her, they did all the legs articulated. And when he's in the robot mode, I mean, you could tell it's a heavy retool of Black Arachna, but it works because I mean they're both spiders, and it's just a dynamic piece. I think overall these here are being knocked out of the park. I think these are absolutely perfect, and can't wait to see what other characters we're going to get. I love the fact we're still getting a lot of the Beast Wars characters. That was one thing I was thinking. Well, Nikki, you got your Beast Wars characters from Kingdom. I don't know if we're going to get any more. And then, lo and friggin' behold, they put this guy out, and I was like, oh my god, it's Transmetal Dragon Megatron. And I was like, you have got to be. Inferno will complete season 1. Yes. Yep. And I did get Nikki. Yeah, that's the last one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That will be that. I have to have this Megatron too. I have to have this Megatron. Megatron's not one of my favorite characters. So G1 Megatron. I like Galvatron when he turned to Galvatron a lot more than I did him as G1 Megatron, the gun. But the Beast Wars Megatron, I always was like, he got crap done. If he went and did something, he got it done. It was like he put his mind to something. He was going to have it done one way or another. And this figure looks beautiful, beautiful. I have been eyeballing as many screenshots these people could get and show off that dragon mode right there. That's just sick, absolutely. And he comes with that I mean, this is perfect in my eyes. That is an absolutely beautiful figure. Absolutely beautiful figure. I have to have him. I mean, there's no question in my collection. I mean, Nikki wanted to make sure she got Megatron as the purple T-Rex. she paid a good price to get him, to make sure she had him in. And she's already agreed that she's like, I know this is the one that you're going to want. And she's like, well, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll work something out so we can make sure we get him for our collection. And I was like, thank you, baby, thank you, because uh, yeah, with everything else, with inflation and everything else, and money's going up a little bit. Everything's got a little bit more expensive. So our collection has definitely felt that, and I mean, we've kind of had to reassess what was important to us. Way three should be hitting stores in November, so good to be around her birthday. That'd be cool. It's just I just everything I sing about it. I mean, you look at it and you see it has that metallic look for the paint from it. The you can spread out the wings. I mean, he's just this bright, beautiful color. I just think he looks absolutely perfect. Honestly, for me, he does. I don't know. I haven't seen really reviews on him yet, but he has to be in my collection. That goes without saying. It's like I told Nick, I said he has to be in my collection because I want him set up right next to the Transmetal. You know, he's just beautiful, and I couldn't believe we're getting this. I really couldn't. I was so surprised that we're getting him. Now the other thing too, go down a little bit more, is and I know his box is going to be completely closed. Let me see if this has some of the ones. Yeah, there we go. I was surprised. I kind of at first I was a little bit standoffish about getting this figure, point blank, but now yeah, it does. Let's see. Um, I think it looks like it's a good figure. I think that it will be in my collection. I think he's a very interesting looking figure, and the head, you know, have a partner being the blast master. Oh, my brain ain't working, but the blaster, but nice. Got a lot of, you know, articulation. I do like the fact he is just. I mean, you know, the weaponizer. He look at it. I finally remember the word. The weaponizer really has no articulation at all. It's just a piece of plastic that folds up and folds down. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because it works. It goes with them, and it needed to. And you can see the difference in size of the two. But I'm all right with that. I'm all right. I know a lot of people have issues, and I've seen this, and I can understand. But and having that big old hollow point back there, but you know, overall, the car mode does look beautiful. It does. They have Optimus. Oh no, eBay is definitely not going to be cheap. Not at all. I mean, and that's how it was with. But when we before we had our money be tied up in everything else, we used to be able to get whatever we wanted. And so, but yeah, Nikki was like, I have to have that Megatron. So, but yeah, scalpers stuff online. I'm also going to sit and wait because that was something that I also noticed with as Kingdom and stuff was coming out and slowly coming out. They reissued a lot of the waves of the figures, and so I'm like, maybe they're going to do the same thing with this here. Wait a second, let me fix that. Let's see. There's one more thing. Let's see. I'll butcher his name, but he was AX or Jax. He's supposed to be in. I did have him ordered I got a confirmation that he was supposed to be coming in hopefully this week. So I do have this bad boy here. Really excited about him because I also got him in the generations where he was still the orange colored plane, and he now looks like his G2 part from the comics, which I'm glad. Now let's talk about Minosaur for a little bit here. This, I know that people have already done this and shown this. This is not transformed right. I don't know why they turned it around to look like that, but I just wanted to show the image off. I think he looks awesome. G1 figures are going down in price though. Oh, okay. eBay is not going to be cheap, but G1 figures are going down in price though. That's okay. That's good to know. That's good. Yeah. But I look at this. You saw him this morning. Yeah, he was supposed to be in today. He's supposed to be in the same time the RC was coming in today. I need to check on that. And see, why he hadn't come in yet. Let's see. I can do that while I'm sitting here. I could be doing two things at once. Said, yeah, it says running late. I don't know why it would be running late. Yeah, so hopefully on the 6th or the 7th it's supposed to be here. They're going to give me a refund. I don't like that. That upsets me. I really wanted him, but hey, maybe if I go into town, I'll find him. And let's see. But yeah, I just like the way he looked. I like the fact he had that. He actually looked like he did in the comic, and being taken over, being the leader of the Decepticons. Kind of like to see him be used a little bit more. But the Minosaur, I think looks great. I think they did a really good job. I like the way it looks as much as I like my Devastator. That Hasbro did. I think this is a very good piece, good work that they've done with it. I do wonder, if we'll get any other combiners to come out, and if we do, are they going to be, the same as Minosaur, where you'll have a commander class to be in the middle of it? Stuff. Now, I am debating about this guy here. I've been looking. I just don't. I've seen it. I try to make my mind up if I want to get him. He looks good. He really does. That's weird because Track Show isn't able to fit on both arms. I tried. Really? Huh. I was wondering. I didn't know they were. Unless they glued it. That's interesting. I hope not. I do have my Titans return Astro Change, which I do like. This one here, I just don't know the extra plastic that you got for the hands. I do like the jet mode. I like the mode, and the robot mode right here to me looks beautiful. But again, it gets into that whole leader class price right now. Be right back. Okay, awesome. That leader class price, because that's the thing that Nikki and I were kind of running into, is like, it's great. I almost passed on him. That's the thing. I don't want to pass on him, but I'm also at the same time I'm going, I can get so many figures. I get two of this, and I can still get the Masters Origin line. For I can get more figures, because that price tag is getting a little hefty now that I've seen in some places they're charging like $57 for him, and I'm like, holy crap, I think, and him being that leader class price, that's just the thing. I just don't know. I'm sitting. I'm on the fence. I'm really on the fence with it, because for me to get him would mean that I would have to not get other figures for that month. That would be the one figure that I would get. That means I wouldn't be able to get my He-Man or another deluxe class Transformer, or even a Voyager class Transformer, because Voyager class is like right now at our most that we can afford to spend on a character, on a figure. So that was the thing that we were like, okay, you all in? I pay $49.99. It's okay. Maybe if we go into town and I find him for something like that, then that would be worth it. But I was looking online. I was like at a Big Bad Toy Store, and I looked at uh, Amazon. I think's got it for 55. I think it was, and Big Bad Toy Store was like 57 plus the $4 shipping. I was like, that's $60 for that figure, and he's a Voyager size. So I'm hoping that we're going to get that we'll get him, but that's why my focus has been primarily on the 86 line and the Studio Series line, because right now, for if I choose, I can actually get Ironhide, and I can get Blitzwing for the price of him, and that's something that I'm looking at, is that do I go that way, or do I just go all in on my Studio Series and focus on the Studio Series, because that's what got me back into Transformers. I don't know if I ever shared that with anybody, with y'all before. Um, yeah, I got hey, after Titans Return, I kind of got out of the Transformers because they just weren't great. I didn't like the way they looked overall, and so I kind of backed out of getting Transformers with the Titans. I mean, with the Combiner Wars and all that. I got Victoria Tron out of that. I wanted her. I did get her. I did get Bruticus, and then for Nikki. But that was about it for that line. And because for the Titans Return, I even got Tripticon, which is still my favorite Titan. And I was able to find him for $40 at the time, and I was like, "Bam, you're mine." Um, and I still think this is this is one of the better lines that Hasbro's come out with, was the Titans Return, and the Headmasters and all that. I really loved that line. But the Combiners and stuff like that, I was like, I'm done. I kind of walked away from Transformers for a while. I paid, I kept watching people's reviews. I started, I did stuff like looked at different things, and then all of a sudden I saw a Studio Series, and Nikki got me Studio Series Optimus Prime and Studio Series Megatron from the original movie. And she got those two figures for me because she saw them. She's like, oh my gosh, they look really good. And she was like, I hope they're really good when they come in. And surprisingly, that's what got me in. And I had not bought anything Bayverse. Never bought anything Bayverse. Even when the movies came out, I didn't buy anything that was Bayverse. I didn't hate Bayverse. It wasn't that I didn't like Bayverse. It was just it wasn't for me. I'm more of a G1 guy. But I never got anything that was really that was grabbing me and telling me to come back and start picking up Transformers. And Nikki got me those two there, and I was like hooked. She got me full completely with the movie line. Yeah, me too. And I'm like, and that's why with me, I know that Legacy, I'm not a completist with Legacies, because I am focusing more on the Studio Series line. But I was like, it was the line that got me back. It was like, hey, this is why you love these figures. This is why you love these characters. This actually looks like if they jumping right off the screen and they're in your hand and you're holding them in your hand. You're going, what? And the details that's in them and everything. And I was like, I was sold, absolutely sold on the Studio Series. I even bought the Grimlock and all that. from the Studio Series, and I was like all in Jetfire. Um, and that's what got me back into Transformers was the Studio Series. And the crazy thing is that it was the Baver Studio Series, line that actually got me into coming back to Transformers. And I was very surprised by it. I was like, and I still love those figures. I still go and eyeball them and look at them. And I got even got the Devastator, the Combiner, hunted that thing down so I could get it and have it because I wanted to have the Combiner Devastator because I love Devastator all the way around. Even the Junkie Con Devastator is what I call it with the from Bayverse. But I was like, I was hooked. And I've been that way. I've been hooked with the Studio Series, and I'm looking at getting, do I get Ironhide and Thundercracker, or do I get just Blitzwing? And she kind of answered that question for me. Her coming in, she kind of answered that for me. She was like, "Okay, yeah, you're going to get all in," because I was debating whether or not, because I got all the other Bumblebee movie figures, and I finally got my hands on Cliff Jumper, and I was like, because I was about to be where I was like, I can't find them, so I'm not going to focus on this line, and then found Cliff Jumper, and it was like, okay, I was like, it was meant to be, so to speak. And so I got a Wheeljack, got all of them. I got all of them so far from the movie line, from Bumblebee line, and I'm loving them. I'm absolutely loving them, and that's how I feel about the '86 line. I think the Legacy line is an excellent line. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say it's not, but because it's got so many cool characters that I would love to be able to get my hands on all of them, but I know in reality that's not going to happen. But at least I know that Hasbro cares enough, and to be honest, Hasbro cares enough for the fans to say, okay, our fans are diverse. Our fans are they love the lines that they love, and we need to meet that niche, and that's the one thing that I love that they've done. And yes, this RC here, she may be smaller than this one, but there is a lot that's going on with this one that this one has a little bit of hollow points in the back of the legs. I don't know if you can see that from the camera. Yeah, hollow points. But she's got a nab crunch from her transformation, so that's cool. But this one has no hollow points at all on her anywhere. And so yeah, I think we got most of the BB movie figures so far. Yeah. And I like the Bumblebee figures. I love that movie, and and that was the thing too. Is Nikki was like, she's like, well, the next movie's coming out, and you're going to know that they're going to come out with a Studio Series. So, do you stay with the Generations line, which is you've been beautiful since they brought us Siege. I think that the Generations line has gone up over what my expectations was for that line, because that line had always been a hit and miss with me. It had always been like, okay, bam, these figures look awesome. I got to have it in my hand, or go and see them again. And next time they come out with the line, I'm like, oh, good Lord, that's horrible looking. So for me, it was like the Generations line was kind of like, is that, don't want to put all my eggs in that basket. And I did with Siege, I did with Earthrise, I did with Kingdom, because I loved the figures. But Legacy, I was like, I love them, but I'm also getting these awesome friggin' figures now from the '86 line. They're bringing out the '86 line. I'm getting these awesome figures from the '86 line, and these look like the G1 characters from the movie. and I'm like, I can't buy all the lines. Now, Nikki, that's how because Nikki's a collector too. I don't know if we ever share that with y'all, but Nikki's a huge collector as much as I am. Um, and she likes Star Wars, and she likes the Beast Wars characters, and she likes the 86 line. Um, but we're also Jurassic Park nuts. Just finally got to see the new Jurassic Park movie. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So that does run into our collection because we have to kind of like we have to split. Okay, this is the ones you're wanting to get. These are the ones I'm wanting to get, and then we kind of like look at them together and go, okay, I really like this one out of your set. You really like this one out of my set, and that's kind of how we make our decisions on what figures we get. And so, and Nikki pointed out, she's like, the 86 line does not let you down. You talk about it all the time. You go back to them, you pick up those figures, you play with those figures, you transform those figures. And she's like, I don't see you doing that with your with Legacy. And she was right. I don't. So we were like, okay, we'll only get Legacy figures that we really want. But that's pretty much how it's been. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below. It's been about an hour. I wasn't going to do this too long, but leave me a comment down below. Let me know which line is your favorite line, which line do you enjoy the most. And I think that's it. That's it. Like my grandpa said, hold on to something from your youth. And you'll never grow old. And look to the stars, grab one for yourself. Transformers and Hot Wheels, only from me. Oh! Yes, Hot Wheels. I haven't got Hot Wheels in a long time, though. But I can see that. But yeah, Transformers and Masters of the Universe. I love He-Man. That's always been my jam as a kid. But yeah, like my grandpa said, all the stuff from you can never grow old. To stars, grab one for yourself. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for everyone that came by and hung out with me. I hope to be able to start these back up on Sundays and Mondays. And hope everybody had a great Labor Day. And I think that's it. And remember, find your Transformers that you love, hold on to them, and enjoy them as much as you can. As always, guys, y'all take care. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all on the next one. And